Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining me today as we delve into an important topic that affects us all, and it's false claims in advertising. I'm Agustin Ortega, and I'm delighted to be your host for this presentation. So let's get on. All right. So before we dive into the subject, let's take a moment to understand what false claim in advertising actually means. False claims refer to misleading statements, deceptive information, or false representations made by advertisers to promote their products or services. These claims can have far reaching consequences for both consumers and businesses. Alright, so the impact on consumers. The impact of false advertising claims on consumers cannot be overstated. Let's take a closer look at how it affects them. Alright, so false claims can lead to consumers making misinformed decisions. When products' benefits are exaggerated or its performance is falsely promoted, consumers may end up with a purchase that does not live up to their expectations. Wasted money and time and unfortunate outcomes of falling prey to false claims. Consumers might spend their hard earned money on products that fail to deliver the promised results, leading to buyer's remorse. We're going on the next slide. All right, so false advertising can also pose serious health and safety risk. Misleading claims about the effectiveness of certain medications or health products may prevent consumers from seeking proper medical statement. And moreover, the trust consumers place in advertisements is diminished when they encounter false claims frequently. This erosion of trust can undermine the entire advertising industry and lead to skepticism towards all advertisements. Sorry. All right. On the next slide. All right. So now, what's the impact on the businesses? False claims in advertising not only affect consumers but also businesses. Let's explore how this unethical practice can harm companies. All right. The first one, the most immediate impact, is a loss of credibility. Once a company is caught making false claims, it becomes challenging to rebuild trust with consumers and general public. The next one's decline in sales and revenue is another serious consequence. Consumers who feel deceived are unlikely to make repeat purchases or recommend the product to others. Next one, number three, it's legal prosecutions can be severe for companies found guilty or of false advertising. Lawsuits and fines can lead to significant financial strains, tarnishing the company's reputation even further. And lastly, perhaps the most insidious impact is a loss of consumers' loyalty. Once consumers feel betrayed, they may actively seek out alternative brands that demonstrate honesty and integrity. All right, but what's the next thing that we should do? These are my tips to promote ethical advertising as as an advertiser or as a digital marketer, which is my major. And in this case, now that we understand the consequences of false claims in advertising, let's focus on how businesses can promote ethical advertising practices. So, the first and most crucial step is to fact check all claims thoroughly. Ensure that any statements made in advertisements are supported by evidence. Transparency is key. Disclose all relevant information, especially if it might impact consumers' decision making. That's number two. For number three, my suggestion is avoid using misleading images or data. Presenting misleading visuals to exaggerate products' effect is deceptive and unethical. And another one, which was number three. Sorry, use accurate testimonials and endorsements. False or misleading testimonials can damage the credibility of entire advertising campaign. And the one that I said before was the one of number four, avoiding using misleading images and data. All right, and for my next slide, I got the responsible consumers behavior. So for all of us that we might buy something from Amazon or anywhere else. These are my suggestions for responsible consumers behavior. And it's, as consumers, we also have a role to play in combating false claims in advertising. And it's always research before making a purchase. Look for genuine reviews and feedback from other consumers. Um, if you come across suspicious claims or misleading advertisements, report them to relevant authorities. Your vigilance can protect others from falling victim to deceptive practices. And lastly, support honest and trustworthy brands that prioritize ethical advertising. By doing so, we can encourage other businesses to follow suit. Next slide. So, conclusion. In conclusion, false claims in advertising are harmful to both consumers and businesses. It is our collective responsibility to promote ethical advertising practices and protect ourselves from deceptive marketing. Let's remember that advertising can be a powerful tool for informing and empowering consumers when used responsibly and honestly. So, guys, thank you for your attention. Now, I'll be happy to take any questions or hear your thoughts on this critical issue. So, leave your text in the discussion. And lastly, this is my citation slide. Thank you.